Good morning. This is Kathleen Clow with a Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Saturday, July 19th, 2025. The fire potential impacts for the next few days include gusty winds and moderate RH across Idaho and western Wyoming today, as well as mixed wet and dry thunderstorms and wetter thunderstorms across southeastern Nevada and Utah. Tomorrow, we'll see moderate RH and gusty winds again in Idaho, as well as along the Sierra Front, with a chance for an isolated thunderstorm in northern Utah. On Monday, we'll see gusty winds and low RH across the Sierra Front in western Nevada, as well as still in Idaho, with the chance for some mixed wet dry thunderstorms in northern Idaho. Over the past 24 hours, we did receive some rain in southern Nevada. There was some flash flooding in Las Vegas. You can see those areas. Some pockets got about an inch of rain, and just more widespread precipitation across the Great Basin. You'll also see quite a few lightning strikes from yesterday as well, along with these thunderstorms. Fire activity for the Great Basin for the past 24 hours includes 24 new starts for a total of 91 acres and a large fire growth of 1,041 acres. The observed precipitation for the past 14 days on the left, percent of normal, shows greater than normal precipitation over central Idaho and lower than normal across the rest of the Great Basin. And then for the last 7 days, lower than normal for most of the Great Basin. This aligns with our ERC activity. You can see ERCs are on the rise across central Idaho as we've gotten less moisture in the past 7 days. And ERCs remain high for most of the Great Basin, but are trending down in southern Nevada and kind of around the Arizona Strip where we got those heavy rains yesterday. You can see some ERC point conditions. The top panel is the Sierra Front, where you can see we are still above average on ERC. And then also in the Fish Lake in central Utah, we are above average as well. Smoke impacts today and tomorrow. You can see there's some large fires burning in Northern California. We'll see some smoke impacts from those, as well as some of our Idaho fires. Satellite loop from this morning shows that low pressure system off the coast of California and some light cloud cover as those storms kind of move out of the Great Basin. Today, we expect to see storms continue to move across most of the Great Basin, especially across Utah and southern Nevada. You can also see some drier air moving across the basin over most of Nevada and into central Idaho. No significant fire potential concerns today. Today, you can also see from those thunderstorms those pockets of higher winds in the hot pink, and then our chance for precipitation as we watch those scattered storms move across the basin through southern Nevada and Utah. Tomorrow, we'll see a trigger for high winds along the Sierra Front. As those storms kind of move out of the basin, you can see that drier air moving back in and those higher wind barbs along the Sierra Front. Afternoon wind gusts, you can see some higher winds in Idaho as well, which we talked about in our 3 day, and that risk across the Sierra Front. And also some of that precipitation still making its way out of northeastern Utah on Sunday. For Monday, we've hatched a higher area of wind risk along western Nevada, and you can see that dry air moving in the red, as well as those higher wind barbs. So we've got higher wind and drier air coming into the basin. You can see that wind here in the hot pink along the Sierra Front, as well as some windier areas across Nevada and Idaho as well. And you can see those minimum RH down in the single digits, 8%, 9% across central Nevada. For our 3 day precipitation accumulation, so today through Tuesday, we can expect to see a little bit of rain from those scattered storms, but not a lot of accumulation. We're looking at maybe up to 1/10 of an inch, but very scattered across the basin and not a lot of precipitation for us. For Tuesday, July 22nd, we can expect that dry air mass to remain in place. Lower winds on Tuesday, so moderate risk across most of the Great Basin. No concerns with wind. On Wednesday, you can see that massive dry air remain over Nevada and Utah, accompanied with some higher winds, as well as a low pressure system forming off the coast of California that will make its way into the Great Basin. Moderate to low risk for most of the basin on Wednesday. On Thursday, that low pressure system continues to move into Great Basin, bringing potentially some scattered precipitation in western Nevada and central Idaho, but dry air over most of Nevada and Utah, accompanied with those higher winds. We've got moderate risk for the Great Basin. On Friday, July 25th, all of the Great Basin is at moderate risk due to higher winds, that remaining dry air mass across most of Nevada and northern Utah, as well as a chance for some scattered thunderstorms across central Idaho and southeastern Utah. The predicted precipitation accumulation for the next 7 days shows that potential for scattered storms across southern Nevada, central Utah, and a little bit of central Idaho. But overall, no wetting rain, not a lot of precipitation. The 8 to 14-day outlook for temperature shows temperatures above normal for all of the Great Basin, and precipitation below normal for all of the Great Basin. That concludes today's fire potential briefing. Please check back tomorrow for the latest updates.